Okay, the recording has been started. So, welcome everyone. My name is Adam Rosman. I will be your host today on today's Metal3 Community meeting session. Please be noted that the session is being recorded. And as the first agenda point today, if any of you would be new to this meeting, please introduce yourself. But as I see, most of us are not new to the community meeting. So if there are no newcomers, then our today's first agenda point is like a voting about the meeting dates for December 29th and 5th of January. I will be working on these days, so I can host the meetings. But as I see already, there are way less people than usual. So what is your opinion about it? Would you like to have a community meeting on these 2 days, or would you rather skip it?
So I think most of Red Hat people, at least from the Western countries, will be absent between the holidays. So I'll be out on 29th as well. I will be here in January already. So it actually, I think, will be my first day at work. So I'm neutral to whether we have the meeting on the 5th or not. But I think it makes sense to cancel the 29th.
Yeah, I agree. Most of us probably will also be out the next week as well. Usually that's a period with very low frequency. So I think it would be fine unless an urgency or maybe anything else required to cancel it as well.
Moment.
Also, I'll be absent in this date, so I agree with that.
Okay, well, it's three or four people is a bit low participation number, but I will note it down that it was decided. So I did that. The 29 meeting will be, and then you mentioned the 29th and the January 5th. Is it good for you, or would you rather cancel that? It's already in the new year.
We may have enough people present, but I'm not sure we're going to have any topics to discuss, to be honest.
Yeah.
That will be like my first day at work after a long break. So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Probably presence will be good enough, but maybe we will not have enough topics.
So can we make it tentative?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, I agree. We can make it tentative. Maybe we can put it optional and see in the channel if people would like to have it. Otherwise, we could skip it as well.
Yeah, we can say if 10 minutes before the meeting we don't have any topics on the document, we just automatically cancel it.
Okay, it's okay for me if it's okay for you, Mohammed.
Yeah, seems good idea to have this option.
Then it was that Gen 5 will be option. Okay, thank you everyone. Now this topic can be closed, and so the December 29th of December will be cancelled completely, and 5th of January meeting will be optional. So the next agenda point today is bug triaging ? So please.
Yeah, maybe today is not a good moment to discussing it, considering the low number of persons, but I'd like anyhow to raise the point. It was a topic I wanted to raise also before, but we had more important topics to be discussed. In the past, when I also joined the community, there was the habit of doing once in a while a bug triaging of the various repos, in particular BMO. So I thought it could have been interesting to re-raise this topic in case we would consider it useful to review if any bug is pending or not during the community meeting, and eventually if anyone volunteers for checking it. Usually I went over the BMO bugs and typically they are always more or less managed by the community members. But in general, just wanted to get the feedback if it's something that could be considered useful or not, or if you want to continue as we are doing right now. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. From my point of view, it's of course a very good thing to do this bug triaging, and it's a very good proposal. But which repositories would you think as like targets for this bug triaging? So I would assume that the documentation, the MetaCube, the venv, the bare metal operator, and the copy MetaCube repositories, these four are quite actively developed and quite important for the community. And
an ironic image probably.
Yeah,
ironic
as well.
image, yeah. So these five would be the target of these triaging. And because I haven't participated in these triage processes before, I picked up this community, or like this meeting organization things quite recently. So how would that look like? So if I would go to like, or we would go to like CapM3 and would check the issues, and
if you see there are labels to identify the kind of issues, if it's a bug or features or whatsoever. So the presence of the label typically means that somehow the bug have been triaged, just not to have bugs that could pass unobserved, and make sure that they have been eventually discussed or not.
Yeah, I don't even. I've seen in other open source communities these three different triage labels. Let me check that. Do we even use
Yeah,
those?
it's something that we stopped. I'm not sure why, a long time ago. So probably, if we are interested, we could restart it and redefine also the approach in case.
Okay, let me just note them, because that's, I think, an important topic to discuss. So we would need triage labels for at least the following repos, and that would be the CapM3, the bare metal operator, ironic image, Metal3 docs, and what else was here? And the devenv. Metal3 devenv. So we would need these labels, and would it be weekly or bi-weekly, or what do you think would be like good for this triaging?
Yeah, I would say that if I don't remember bad, in normal situations, it was bi-weekly, considering that there wasn't any peak of issues and everything was more or less triaged. So usually bi-weekly could be enough, weekly in case of exceptional or huge amount of issues coming out.
Okay, so bi-weekly if more than 5 issues for a repo, and this is just an example. So okay, so this would be checked every week, that how many issues do we have, and if we have more than like 5 for a repo, then we would start triaging. Okay, I think this, as I can bring this up as a proposal on the mailing list. I will bring this up on the mailing list as a proposal. Yeah, and then maybe in the new year we will be able to discuss this, because yeah, that would be very important, because just recently I also faced this issue of like that I made a question or a bug report to a repo and complete silence, not in the Metal3 but in other community. So I can see why it is important. Okay, is there something else that we cannot hear that like you think is important for this sort of triaging?
Sorry, Adam, I didn't hear you very well. Can you repeat the last sentence, please?
Yeah, that is there something else you think that might we need it to be noted down here related to this triaging?
I think it's okay.
Okay, thank you. Then I think that was the last agenda point. Any other thing that might come to your mind that we can discuss? I know we are only a few people here, but if anything comes to your mind, we can discuss. And if not, if there is nothing, then I thank you your attendance, and I guess then we will most probably see each other in the new year.
Thank you, Adam.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Holidays for those who celebrate.
See you everyone in the next year.
Yeah, thank you
Goodbye.
everyone, and happy new year and happy celebrations for the holiday. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.